Okay, we're going to talk a little about cutting cardboard for your first project, the planar sculpture project, which you will be using maybe a fresh cardboard. I'm going to show you some things using a box that something came delivered into my house. And you might do that too, save a little new material. So the things that you're going to need to get started are a cutting surface. Do not cut directly on the studio tables. That will damage them, and we don't want that. So what I have here is a self-healing mat, just like the ones that are in the studio. I also have a metal ruler that is cork backed. And why is the cork important? It will help keep your ruler from sliding around on the cardboard. So this has a little bit more grip. Those are hanging on the wall in the studio, or you might have one yourself. Honestly, this is a great thing to have for years and years to come. I think this is probably the one that I got in the olden days of about 1992. So you will use these things for a long time. Next, of course, is your box cutter. I just picked this up at a really cheap store because I found that when I got to my studio, I didn't have a box cutter with me, especially one that I would know it had a nice fresh blade. If you don't know how to use a box cutter, first of all, this is your item. You see that there is a screw there, and I will show you how, when you have to change a blade, how to open this. But generally there are blades stored in here, blades that will actually fit your box cutter. But to get your blade out, you slide the little thing forward, and voila, there is your nice, shiny, dangerous new blade. But a sharp blade is safer than a dull blade. Why? Because you don't have to force a sharp blade. The keys to cutting cardboard and not cutting yourself or someone else is to have slow movement with a sharp blade and deliberate movement. Okay, so we'll start with that. Here's my piece of my box. I've broken the cardboard down, and you have all these great little folded creases, which are good places to start cutting. So I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my ruler and line it up against. Also, when you go to do this, align your body. I'm right-handed, so I'm align my body over to the left, place my blade, and lightly press and drag, being careful to keep your blade against your cutting surface. Come back, cut again. That might have been just all I needed to cut all the way through. We'll do, oh, look, there you go. Nice, perfect little cut. Okay, so I didn't cut off a finger. I didn't cut off a part of a finger, and I didn't hurt anyone else. Not that there's anyone around here. But when you go to place your hand on your ruler, keep your fingers tucked. Like right now, I'm aligning my ruler, but I'm gonna keep them as far away from the cutting edge as possible. Slow, this is where slow really comes in to be important. So you're coming toward your fingers. Careful, careful, okay? That, see, because I have a nice fresh blade, it cut right through. Slow, sharp, and deliberate. Keep those words in mind. Slow, sharp, deliberate.